Hey y'all, I'm Sassy, and we here with Make It Make Sense, and I have two guys, Tek and Daveloc. Hey fellas,
What's going on?
I'm gonna start by asking y'all guys like, what's y'all platforms that y'all have?
So the platform that we created is a platform for at-risk youth, primarily for the young boys and girls out here in the neighborhoods that's caught up in the gang cycles, the drugs, the street culture, and our main purpose is trying to prevent them from ending up, RIP, meaning rest in peace or rest in prison. We are currently both on death row in Ohio. We both are involved in gangs. I'm a blood and Dave Loke is a Crip. And, as a result of the things that we was caught up in when we were younger, it led us to, be caught up in a situation that allowed us to be incarcerated and put on death row. My gang history was used against me to convict me, and Dave Lowe gang history was used against him to convict him. So the platform is primarily just not only to just bring awareness to the gang culture, but to prevent the youth that's out here in these fratricidal wars to end up how we ended up, and a lot of our comrades ended up dead or in prison or strung out on drugs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the concept is to reach out to like the communities of all colors because like you say, like our gang background is what helped the system convict us, whether innocent or guilty, just by association. They feel that like we don't deserve another chance or some decisions that we make based upon being around other people. It reflected on us because of our gang history. So like we just really trying to get the message out there. Like it's not about what you represent. It's about the people that's in your corner that's gonna help you move forward.
Right. And, people need to understand, like, one of the main reasons that gang violence, as well as gang activity as a whole, is so prevalent within our communities is because society at large will rather lock us up than to address the social and economic problems that contribute to the gang banging lifestyle itself. Like grassroots political leadership has a strong influence on these youth and to help them become more conscious of their negative ways. And due to this, our leaders are victimized and preyed upon and either thrown in prison or murdered, by these oppressors that feel that we will no longer be able that they will no longer profit off of our existence. We are able to enlighten the masses. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the dynamics that goes on within our communities is a result of the actions that we contributed to when we were young, growing up in this gangland lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, it's no mystery. Like, we're not sitting here acting like we're saints. We was out there living wild and reckless, using drugs, using womanizing, robbing, stealing, and a part of the same cycle that our youth is being lost within. And we're just trying to wake them up and try to help them understand that there's more to life than what they're doing. People
Okay,
want to understand what gangs represent.
so make it make sense on how do y'all, with all that being said, how do y'all plan on helping y'all community more? Like because you're a blood, he a crip, and how do like y'all still hold on to stuff like that. So we want to know like y'all vision. How do y'all plan on helping the community more to see y'all vision? How y'all see it? How y'all plan on having it go?
Okay. To start would be like trying to reach out to some of the people that we know, whether their affiliations is blood or crip and like their communities and like boys and club centers and things like that to be able to bring the youth together and be able to like allow them to listen to us because they look up to a lot of people that's incarcerated because they want to be like us for one. So we got a bigger influence than the people that's out there, but it's a lot of communities we can reach out to with resources and we can bring the youth into so they can see like it's not about a color thing. Yeah, we are what we are and who we are because after so many years, we allow allowed ourselves to become accustomed to this, but we see a vision and not wanting to see the youth go through the things that we've been through. So to give a little example, like when I was younger and Morris Black on the east side of Cleveland, it was a little center in the projects. We used to go to, we would play video games. Us who wasn't fortunate enough to have parents that had money to provide everything that we needed or wanted, we can eat there, whatever. And we went on field trips, things like that. But as soon as they closed that center down, it went nothing there for us. So we became a part of our environment. So if we can show the youth that it's more than just what they seeing out there, and we can reach out to the people we know to get these addresses or phone numbers that can link these youths to, then I think they'll see a better understanding of how come Bloods and Crips wasn't designed to beat and kill each other. Only us who had that power, that knowledge, knows the difference better.
And then to piggyback off of that, right. Okay, to piggyback off of that, you know what I'm saying? The gang aspects of the life that we're living, the life that we used to live is not the aspects of what we're living now. We're not actively participating in gang banging. We're not actively participating in anything that's negative. The thing that we're doing now is trying to use our leadership to reach these youth because we're in a position of power. You know what I mean? So instead of turning our backs on these youth, we're just paying it forward by teaching these youth that come in these doors, okay, it's more than life than just what you're doing. We might not get an opportunity to hit these streets again. We're on a worse position that we can be in on that road. So that being said, we don't want to see people keep getting incarcerated, ended up in the situation that we're in. So we're trying to reverse this cycle. But people must also understand Bloods and Crips didn't develop as a killing tool or as a drug tool, any of that. Bloods and Crips was developed as a result of our leaders, the Black Panther Party, being assassinated, being imprisoned, and as a result of the government cleaning up, what they feared, which is the Black Liberation Movement. And with our former OGs and those who started this movement, they were just a blindless, leaderless youth that resorted to victimizing each other because they didn't have no leaders to lead them in the right direction. And now that we understand this, now that we have a position of leadership, we're just trying to pay it forward.
Okay. So, um, tell me about like a little bit of things that y'all been working on, far as like material,